This is John's Gem number 147 from the book of Revelation, chapter 19 and the first 10 verses, about the 4 hallelujahs. We left this remarkable book in chapter 14. We're now at chapter 19, which is the next one that anything encouraging can be found. The intervening chapters have given a harsh but accurate view of human nature and how human societies work. Rome has been called Babylon, to connect it with the worst city from a Jewish perspective of the Old Testament. Only now do we find some hallelujahs as John unfolds his vision of the future. To quote just one of them, "Praise our God, all you his servants, you who fear him, both great and small." Most of the intervening chapters have been taken up with the fall and doom of Rome, Babylon. There is a dreadful warning here. Our world could not do without cities. As a number of people in country after country rises, the size of cities grows. When I was a boy, the population of London was 7 or 8 million, which made it one of the largest cities in the world. Now it is about the same size, and a small city by international standards. The way human societies work, cities are inevitable. They are necessary concentrations of expertise and workforces. In commercial terms, they are therefore a good thing, but in spiritual terms, their value is much more suspect. That is what the chapters I am skipping over are all about. The world would surely be a much more spiritual place if it was all small country towns, more advanced in matters of ethics and spirituality. And such is the influence of London on the whole country that those standards will eventually come to us. There is a curious doctrine, widely believed and seldom challenged, that today's ideas are always superior to yesterday's. The world must be progressing. In particular, old ethics, such as we believe the Bible teaches, are considered to be inferior to modern ethics, even when it is very clear that human happiness is not being increased by the changes. It is in cities that the rich dwell. In our world, the gap between the rich and the poor, or even the only moderately well off, is increasing all the time. This cannot go on forever, but it seems to be doing so at the moment. Again, human happiness is not increasing in most of the world we live in. John gets it right. After all those chapters about the fall of the city, we have this chapter with no less than 4 hallelujahs, which equals praise the Lord, in it. We live where we live, and if that is in a city, it is very unlikely that we will be able to do anything about it. What these chapters bring to our attention, and what we must not overlook, is what is happening. We, the Lord's people, do not set our standards by the standards around us. We live in the light of Jesus and walk in step with the Spirit, as Paul says in Galatians chapter 5 and verse 25. March on with him.